if your friend is getting fat, do you tell them, and how do you tell them?
Oh, me? Depends on if your friend is a guy or a girl, and if it's, I mean, it obviously varies, right? I mean, if it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, you would tell Jay differently than you would tell, like, let's say, like a girl that might be a lot more sensitive about her weight. Or if it was like your girlfriend. I mean, those are 3 different battles, right? So you're going to have to be more specific on who I'm talking to.
We'll say just a friend first.
Guy friend?
Guy friend.
Oh, guy friend's easy, man. Yeah, I think guy friend, you can just kind of tell him. I mean, maybe not straight up, but you're like, hey, man, I don't know, man. It's just, yeah, I think guy friends, I could be a lot more straightforward. Just kind of like.
Straight up tell them, just roast them.
Yeah, man, when was the last time you saw the inside of a gym?
That's good. That's a good one.
Hey, low key, that's how guys do it though. They just like
Yeah,
straight,
right?
just straight bake them.
No, you have to, I mean, you have to be okay with getting roasted, and you have to, like, you know, you can dish it out, you can take it too. So I think most guys are like that.
If you're not close to them, you're not gonna bake them, right?
Yes.
Ladies, what y'all think?
I wouldn't want to tell them. But if it's not like really affecting their life, then
I think that's a key one. What you think, Karen?
I think it's definitely different. My experience is that women, when they gain weight, they are the first people to notice, right? I'm not the first one to notice that person put on weight. They are, right? You don't think women look in the mirror all the time, and they're the first to bring it up too. And it gives you an easy out, right? If someone's like, yo, I've been putting on weight, or like, you know, I don't feel myself or whatever, then it's easy for like us to jump in and be like, hey, let's go to the gym together, or let's go fucking go play volleyball together. You know what I mean? It's easy for us to try and suggest something or help in some way. But I do think women are a little bit more like open to talking about that stuff. So I don't think I've ever had to approach one of my female friends and say, hey, like, you looking a little unhealthy out here, right? Like, or,
Dude, that's crazy. You said if
Yeah,
women
for sure.
know?
even
Most women
yes, of
know?
course.
100%. You,
Oh, dang.
they look at themselves in the mirror every day, and that's like I think that's like
Everybody.
most women. I'll say that about myself, right? If I put on 2 pounds, I'd probably notice it, right? But it's also like something that I feel like women say out loud pretty like openly, right? They're like, man, I really
say it out
feel
loud.
this whatever outfit looks really tight on me, it doesn't fit, right? Or like, hey, I really feel like I've been like putting on weight, or like I've been eating bad or whatever. So it really does give us an out. I think most of the relationships I have with guys are pretty like
Straight
jovial,
tell 'em.
like they're funny, right? Yeah, so I can like go up to one of our friends, I'd be like, yo, I chilled on those Thai teas or whatever, right? Like, and it's fun. It's like mad sugar, right? So I'm just like,
Those will get you, man.
yeah, it's like-
Freaking Thai teas.
yeah, those things, those things are relatively funny. I mean, I think if it was like a serious issue, right, you probably have to be a little bit more gentle about like how you bring those things up. But yeah, I think with girls it's easy because it kind of like comes to you, right? And then guys, like, yeah, they can take it. They got a little thicker skin, they can take it.
Yeah, like I mean, even just like looking on past pictures, like sometimes you're just like, damn, I used to be so skinny. Like, I need to do something about it. That's usually how it like comes up or whatever. I mean, that's how I tell Karen that all the time. I'll be like, damn, before Jesse I was a little skinnier. I was like, we need to work out more.
Yeah, now we're accountability buddies, right? We just like do things
gotcha.
together.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Thank you for teaching me that.
Of course.
All right. What do you think, Jay?
Like, would I tell somebody? I wouldn't tell anyone that ever.
You wouldn't tell anybody?
No, I wouldn't, unless they're like my close friend, or as you mentioned, it's getting
Yeah.
extreme. Like someone
Yeah.
has doubled their body weight. Then I'm like, yo,
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree.
you was like, if it was a girl, I'm like, yo, you was 110, now you 220. Like you got some,
Yeah, that sounds scary.
like, come on now, you ate yourself.
I think I like okay. So like for me, I think that as long as they're happy, it doesn't matter. So like if they don't care that they gain 50 pounds and they live a happy life, and there's nothing wrong, it's not a concern. It's not my business.
Yeah.
It's not my business. Even if it's like someone really really close to me, like one of our whatever close friends, like gain a whole bunch of weight. If you're happy, you're okay with it, and it's not disturbing your life, it's not my job to check you.
Yeah.
Because you're happy. Like if they're like married, got kids and
Yeah.
everything, that's cool.
Yeah.
You're happy. It's all good. It's not my position.
Yeah.
Now, y'all said it. If it's a health concern
Yeah.
and you can know that y'all go up the stairs and they sitting there like taking like a break
Yeah.
like 10 steps up, I'll be like, hey,
Yeah.
I think you should like,
Yeah, for sure.
you know. So I think that's the stipulation. If it's not ruining their life,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. If it is, then
Yeah.
as a friend, I'm trying to help you out. Like I want you to live a long and healthy life. But let's take it up a level. What if it's a significant other?
I don't know.
Y'all went first last time. When y'all go first?
If it was a significant other, all right, one, that is tough. I would say it in a way that affects what they want. Does that make sense?
Is it manipulation?
Huh?
No, I'm just kidding.
It's a
positive.
form of manipulation. Yes, it's like, or everyone wants something.
Yeah.
Right? So if they want something, they really want something, like, hey, it'd be a little easier if you do that if you draw some LBs or something like that, Like maybe,
I would cry.
maybe,
You say it like that.
maybe they're like, oh, I think this girl's really hot. I'm like, oh, yeah, she is pretty hot, but you can look like that. Really, yeah, she's just a little bit lighter than you. I wouldn't say it like that, but something like that. If someone really wants to, you just make it so they actually want it. Not like, I want this for you. You should want this for yourself.
So an example would be like in our society now, people are victims of comparison. Everybody's always comparing to other people.
Yeah.
So they were like, oh, she looks really hot. You can be like,
You could be hotter.
you could be just as hot.
You could be hotter.
Let's go to the gym. Let's work on it. Let's do it
Yes,
together.
Yes, it's like
that?
Yes, exactly. It's like something that if they want something, you have to make it something that they want, not something you want. Because if you want it for them, they're never gonna work. They're never gonna keep it.
Okay. I guess I sponsor. Okay.
Yeah.
My take on it is a little different. So I would only consider somebody who lives a healthy lifestyle. So like most of the time, when I tell people, they're like, "Oh, what's your type?" They're like, "Oh, you have to date somebody who works out." And to be honest, I don't care if a girl works out or not. Like if I date a girl, like I don't care if you go work out. I just care that you have a healthy mindset, because I think that like you could be a girl that works out. You could be single and you hit the gym hard, being skinny, whatever. But on the weekends, your eating habits are bad, whatever. It'll catch up to you eventually. But if your mindset is that you live a healthy lifestyle, like generally you eat good, you live a good life, maybe you don't work out, you'll be fine. And for me, that's all I care about. So like, it's like, I see it as I would only pick somebody who's lives a sustainably healthy lifestyle that lasts like 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. I don't have to worry about that. But if they were to gain weight, I don't know. I'll probably do what Jay said. I'll probably be like, I would never tell them directly. You can't. I don't want to kill somebody's like demeanor. I'll be like, hey, I'll ask them to do something with me. Hey, I'm trying to go on a hike. You trying to go with me?
Yes.
or like, I want a gym partner. You trying to be my gym partner?
Yeah.
Or something like that. Something constructive.
Maybe you can suck at them like, hey, I'm trying to go to Bora Bora. You trying to take some fire pics? You know what I'm saying?
Take some fire pics.
You just have to have an annual trip where you have to be in a bathing suit.
Yeah,
and
that is a good idea.
yeah. Then you don't have to say anything.
Yeah, there you go.
It says itself.
Or,
No, I'm
or
kidding.
according to you, women already know. So all I gotta do is kind of like push her in the right direction.
Yeah, you just got to know when it's a trap, because sometimes they're like, oh, do I look fat in this? And there's a right answer to that and the wrong answer to that.
Correct.
So,
But I also think that like
What's the right answer?
I also think that like as you get older, like back to your thing, as you get older, that doesn't really matter anymore. Like if I was married to a woman in like 10 years from now and like motherhood hit, like sometimes you can't help
It's
it.
tough, yeah. It's
You know what I'm saying? Like so it's I guess it's like has to do with the situation too.
I think the physical attraction will always matter. But I do think we have to break it into two categories. There's one category where it's like, okay, like you're saying, like the actions that you're taking obviously aren't healthy versus, oh, like I just had a kid. Like I know that I gained some baby weight. Like there's obviously like differences in how you approach those two things. But I agree with you. The thing is the physical look is it's almost like a lagging indicator of how healthy you are as a person. And if like, let's say the person's like not sleeping like a lot and kind of eating a lot of junk food, then that's more so the thing that you gotta kind of like help them out with, right? Because I mean, nobody wants, I don't even think the people like, and honestly, I think most people that I would be in a relationship with would default to being healthy. So if they're in a situation where they're being unhealthy, it's probably because there's a lot of shit going on, a lot of stress, and a lot of things like that. So you have to consider a lot of things when it's like a significant other. If it's like just like a guy friend, I'm like a lot more like obviously.
Yeah. Get your fat ass in the gym, bro.
Well, I mean, it depends, right? Depends. If it was someone that I knew was like sensitive with their weight, obviously I'd be a little bit more like, kind of like, yo, let's go to the gym together type of stuff too, right?
Yeah.
But if it's someone that I know can like, dish it out, then I'm like, all right, man, all right, it's your turn. Right? But then obviously with the significant other, like it's because the end result, like I think with any type of relationship, especially with a significant other, is you do want the person to do better.
Correct.
And there is a way to do that, to make it so it's highly likely that it happens.
Correct.
And there's definitely a wrong way, which can obviously make it much worse. So, so yeah, I think I agree with your points for sure.
Ladies.
I think it's tough for me. Jesse, as you've seen, he's pretty skinny. So if anything, he has a hard time gaining weight or like gaining muscle. where he probably has pretty bad like eating habits. Like we eat out a lot. So it's hard for me because I gain weight, easily. So I'm like, okay, well, if we do this, and it's like late night, so he'll be like 10 p.m. He's like, damn, you want McDonald's? And I'm like, oh my God. Yes.
How did you know?
How'd you know? But then it's tough on me because then the next day I'm like, oh my God, okay, I'm gonna go play volleyball for like 3 hours now. Goodbye. So I think it's like a little tough on me in that case. But in other relationships that I've had, I don't think I've ever been to the point that I'm like, wow, I really need to say something about it, because it's always at the same time I'm like also going in that direction. So I'm like, wow, it would be really messed up for me to be like, you need to go to the gym when I know I need to go to the gym. So instead, yeah, it would make it more like a, hey, like, you want to go to the gym together? Like, I need to lose some weight, so we're gonna go do something. Or now, like, Karen's usually my accountability partner, so we go to the gym a lot together.
I know. I
Because
see
I'm
y'all.
unemployed.
Y'all put in work.
I know, and I feel like I'm not really making much progress.
Hey, Rome wasn't built in a day. Rome wasn't built in a day, man. You gotta see your body like a slate of a slate of
Marble.
Marble. There you go.
Chipping
You're
away.
slowly chipping away at it.
It's like, that's what it feels like.
Hey, think about every marble counts. Every little chip counts.
I'm gonna send you a picture. There's like a picture of a guy. He's chiseling himself out of marble. It's like this fat blob, and underneath he's just chiseling himself away.
Oh yeah, that's good motivation. But I mean, it does fall on me too, because I know my habits aren't much better. Like, as you guys know, when I drink, and I
Hey,
drink
but
like
you
a
fun,
dude.
though. You fun though.
I mean, I try to be, but like at what cost? So I mean, it's tough. I love tacos. I love Taco Bell. So
What's
it's
your favorite
just
taco
like from Taco Bell?
in general?
Oh,
Go to taco.
uh,
El Pastor.
no, I like chicken tinga.
Okay.
My favorites.
Okay.
With a flour tortilla, which is even more unhealthy.
You team flour tortilla.
Yeah, corn tortillas are too
Get
dry
the hell
for
out of
me.
my
Wait,
house.
hey,
Good, I
So
wanted to
corn
leave anyway.
tortilla household. No, no, I'm kidding.
And if you ever go to Mama Tigre, they have the chicken tinga tacos on naan.
Oh,
What? Oh, I've never been there.
Y'all might as well go hit up
It's
it
like,
up
yo,
after.
even more unhealthy.
I know. I'm like, I'm just like, hey, are you
on a cheat day.
hungry?
Oh, you want to go there on the way home? I haven't eaten yet.
Yeah, do you see this? All my friends are like skinny, and then I'm like the, thick Latina who like eats one taco and then gains like 5 pounds. But I do it anyway. It's tough out here.
Food is life. What about you, Karen?
I think I'm probably most similar to you, where I feel like I value like health and wellness and fitness, like mental health, as well as like physical health. So I think that would be something that we shared. So I think it's kind of, I don't want to say it's easy, but like when you have those things in common, it's like one of those things you probably like consistently tackle together. And if someone kind of falls off, someone kind of is
Amen.
your equalizer, right? That is like, we should do this stuff together. And generally, I feel like if you're putting on weight, I'm probably putting on weight if we're like doing stuff together. And so,
Correct. I agree with you 100%.
but I wouldn't be like, you're fat. I'd probably, I'd probably be like, hey, I just, we've probably been off the wagon for a minute. We should probably get back on the wagon now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think, at least I think we all agree, you're
Yeah.
not gonna be like to your significant other, hey, you're getting fat. Like,
Yeah.
that's the thing you don't say.
Yeah.
If there's one thing I take from it, you don't say that.
Yeah. You could just like show old pictures and be like, damn, look how good we used to look. Like,
Yeah.
we should try to get back to this.
We know somebody who basically showed a picture of their significant other to them and said, hey, look how good you used to look. And that's when they knew.
No, he didn't say, look at this. He didn't say, look how good you, he said, look at this. And that's all he said.
Oh,
That's all he said. Just look at this.
I would want a compliment, like, or some kind of motivation. Be like, you don't look bad now, but, what don't you want? I don't know, actually.
Wait, would you? Okay, question for each of us. Okay, so I know we're talking about how would you communicate that to your significant other? But let's say you got fat. Let's say, I don't know. Let's say 10 years from now, I don't know. You got comfortable. Let's say your wife still stayed, or your person still stayed the same size, and let's say, I don't know. Let's say we each put on like 15, 20 pounds. Obviously not our best shape. How would you want them to tell you? And if so, how? And would it matter? Because I know, like, we're talking about, oh yeah, let's just like bring up, like, I know for me, like, yo, just tell me straight up. Like, literally, I would prefer it straight up, but I wouldn't dish it out straight up because I know not everyone prefers it. But I'm curious what you guys think. Let's say you went one way, not both people fell off the wagon. Like your ass
Just
fell
one.
off the wagon.
Just one.
Like, would you want them to tell you, and how would you want them to tell you?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a straightforward guy. I would want my partner to tell me straight up, say, "Hey, listen, babe, you're getting fat as hell. Go hit the gym."
Yeah.
Damn, if you have to get fat as hell for them to tell you that you're fat as hell, it's tough.
But see, that's the
But
thing.
yeah.
Though, I think that like
You wouldn't, right? Like,
I think that sometimes that like regardless of a friend or significant other, I don't think it's my place to tell somebody because like you can sometimes want somebody to change. Like I could tell like, Hac, I want you to change. You're not gonna change unless you want to change. So there's
Exactly.
no point in me saying anything.
Right.
So like,
Exactly.
unless you want to change yourself,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? There's no point in me saying anything.
Right.
Exactly.
Right? So like say 10 years from now, if I'm fat and I chose to be fat, like if I'm hitting the McDonald's every night, that 20-piece nugget every night for 10 years, right? Bro, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. And if I'm at that point and if someone tells me, I'm probably gonna like not care that they said you can go lose some weight. I'm like, I'm choosing to be like this. Right? But if I wanted to change, I'd be like, they tell me, I'm like, all right, I'll go.
I think it's a little tough. I mean, like, if Jesse were to literally tell me that, I would feel like, look, I actually agree with you. I probably should, but he also would need to be in it with me because, like I said, his eating habits are bad. He's like showing all this like fast food in my face all the time, or his like family cooking is super good and it's not really healthy. So I feel like I need you to help me. Like if you're gonna sit there and eat McDonald's while I have to eat a salad, yeah, I'm gonna cry.
That's fair. That's fair.
Wait, what is his race?
He's Laotian.
Oh man, that Laos food be hitting,
my-
man.
Yeah.
It's so spicy though, but it's so good.
Wait, do you eat raw beef?
No.
The one there's
Oh,
a
I haven't had that yet.
Oh, there's a Laos dish where they literally cut the beef like straight up raw and they put like a whole bunch of seasoning in it. Oh, it is.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It's like my big sis is my Greek big sis. She's Laos, and I went to a wedding down in Harrisonburg, and her dad literally like cut a cow like butchered a cow like 2 days before the wedding, so the meat was like fresh off the bone literally, and they shaved the meat. Oh my God, that joint was so good.
Sounds good.
Oh, yeah, their food is really good, but I wouldn't. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's just like what I've tried. It's usually a lot of like fish sauce, so it's like high in sodium.
Like that lob.
Oh my God, so
That
good.
lob is good, huh? That lob is good.
Can go.
Sorry. So would I want to be told?
Yeah.
Man, how would I want to be told? I would probably want it on the chin. I'd like probably give it to me straight up. I think it's tough because the times where I gain weight is because I'm like on a bender of unhealthiness, usually driven by like stress, right? And so sometimes you need someone to like knock you out of it, right? And remind you, hey, you got to like take care of this, right? Or do this. But I do think like, I guess it's tough because I think psychologically it can be like kind of damaging, right? It's like, is my partner still attracted to me if they're telling me this, right? You know, like how challenging is it going to be for me to go back to what I was, right? Like those type of things are hard. But I think I would want to know if they felt that way. But I do think like everyone's probably their own worst critic, right? I feel like when you notice it yourself, it's probably before someone else notices it. But yeah, I'd probably want to know.
Before you go, there's a saying on that. You know that you're actually 20. They say that you're actually 20% more attractive than what you think you are. So like, if you want to scale on 1 to 10, like,
Yeah.
Hac, what would you rate yourself?
Me?
1 to 10.
I don't know, dude. It honestly depends on the day.
But now I get 8 hours of the day.
8 hours of sleep.
8 hours of sleep? Yeah, what are
My
you?
range is probably between 6 and 8.
You waking up feeling prime. How do you feel? You waking up feeling confident, like you
Did I
about to
just have
fuck
a
up the
haircut?
world.
Sometimes I don't get my haircut, bro. My hair be like
Fresh
crazy
cut,
sometimes.
everything. You feeling
Yeah, I
in your
I
prime.
could probably do an 8.
An 8?
probably
That means
do
you're really a 10, bruh.
Really? You think
Because
so?
you a dime
20%.
plus 99.
20% of 8 is not.
It's like 10.
Yo, don't worry, 9.7 something.
Yeah, there you go.
Round up, right?
I thought you said there's no such thing as perfect tens.
Actually, a perfect 10.
9.7.
I
something.
wouldn't take advice from someone who isn't a perfect 10. Look, y'all cute as fuck over there.
I can leave now if y'all want.
Thoughts, Jay?
Well, I mean, on the last question, I would want someone to tell me straight up, just because that's how our mom told
That's
us.
our dad told us straight
No,
up.
that's how I know our mom. When I was in high school, getting really tubby, eating too many cheese wontons in lo mein, our mom literally says, "You got some legs that look like some pig legs."
Oh, you right.
She goes, "You got some pig legs right now, Jay. What is this?"
Yo, this motherfucker got fat as hell in high school.
fat.
Like he was crushing the cheese wontons like
Cheese wontons,
an
that lo
order
mein.
a night.
They're so
They're
good.
so
and so
good.
not Chinese, but so good.
So good.